following program is rated R18+. May contain coarse language, sexual references, drug references, and a bunch of other shit. So if you're under the age of 18, get the fuck out.
Can you read, my son?
Well, that depends. Can you go fuck yourself?
Alright, I think we're going. Welcome back, everyone. Just setting up my camera now, because we're doing something new today. Fuck, I've tried this a few times, just in the last 10 minutes. I tried it with lights on my face. That shit made it impossible to read anything on my screen. I tell you fucking what, though. I'm willing to try this out. You'll see on the video version of this podcast that I'm drinking and eating. It's because I'm about to go out and get fucked up. Don't want to get too fucked up without having some food in your belly. So, you know, it's just what the fuck it is, you know? Now listen here, folks. We're eating pizza. Pepperoni, of course. But then we're drinking this beautiful thing. Maybe I shouldn't eat so much. That was really tough to choke on down. Would not have been good for the listeners. Listen, I got Brookvale Union right here. It's my favorite drink all time. And you know what? I should have brought 8 more of them. Because I've almost finished this one in the first, minute of the podcast. Fucking hell. So I'm just going to be drinking. One thing I really wanted to speak on this week is celebrity deaths. Luke Perry from Riverdale and 90210 and shit died. And I watch Riverdale because I'm a sad little boy. I don't know. I don't know why I like it. But I do. Probably the hot Latina girl and Blondie. Betty and Veronica, obviously. Yeah, but the dad of the main character, Archie, died. Luke Perry. And it reminded me of one of my biggest pet peeves, which is, it's my greatest pet peeve ever. Which is, people that talk about actors that have died like they knew them. Let me say something to you. Okay? So you had to hear that and say that. Let me fucking say something to you, okay? You don't know them! Okay, here's what I want. When this comes about, here's what I want from people. Talk about their art, because that's how you knew them. But just be like, sad to see a legend of this art go. Because, firstly, if you send condolences, the family's not gonna fucking get him. Which is just makes you look fucking stupid. And don't be like, you inspired many, many people. I guarantee you, anyone he inspired, not many people succeed in the industry. And what I'm saying is, you may have inspired someone, but that's actually not that... Fuck it. If a celeb inspires you, bro, just fuck it. He inspired millions. That being said, Luke Perry was a sick actor, and I enjoyed him in the things I watched him in. So now I'm moving on to something called confessions. I've just found a bunch of posts on the internet I want to talk about. I don't really have any confessions. Also, sorry for coughing. I did miss a week from sickness. I still have a cough, especially when I do exercise. But that's how it is. And you're going to have to deal with that. So, yeah. I got distracted. I don't have any confessions for you. But I do have these confessions for you. These neighbors been fucking with me. I watched them let their dog shit on my lawn for too long, so I put some gloves on and I picked it all up and put it in a box and started throwing it at their windows, walls and garage. Fuck these people. Stop disrespecting me. I like that post. I like that post. Here's why. Let the dog shit on your own fucking lawn. I have no idea how you justify that in your mind to be like, I'll just go 10 feet onto someone else's lawn. Now you have to deal with it. And you deserve to deal with it, you fuckhead. Don't let your dog shit on someone else's lawn. Be a responsible dog owner. That's all I have to say about that. This person says, I let my parents catch me lying about stuff. It's kind of freaky. I now make them think I'm bad at lying, so when I do lie, they've got no clue. I don't really feel bad about it since I don't use it for harm. I just use it to get away with stuff that I got caught. Would make me lose all trust. My parents don't really control me much anymore since they think they know when I lie. Well, there's oh, sorry, I've just burped at the microphone. And if you see it on camera, this shit make me burp. But that shit tasty. That shit fucking tasty. So I got to do it. There's a benefit that's come out of that, but you're still a piece of shit. I tell see, this is the thing. I don't tell the whole truth. When it comes to my dad, I just keep it just mild. I keep my personality mild. Well, I keep my personality in check in that my content within my dad's presence is mild. What I mean by that is I won't say the word cunt in front of my dad. I won't make sexual jokes in front of my dad. I won't swear in front of my dad, you know what I'm saying? My dad thinks I'm this good Christian boy. Oh, he did. I think since we've become friends on Facebook, he kind of knows that I swear, but I never do it around him. And, that's how it is. But with my mom, it's just like, yo, I smoked weed. I did this. I fucked this bitch. She knows a girl's shat on my sheets. On my bed. She knows that. Everyone knows that except for my dad, probably. This is a rather mild confession I've just glanced at. I work as a cashier at a grocery store, and we have these stickers we put on products so we can tell they were paid for when customers don't want a bag. I find it annoying how eager some teenagers are to take pictures of themselves eating or drinking certain brands of Starbucks. Like Starbucks. So lately, whenever teenage customers come through my till, they generally don't want a bag because it's so often just a drink. I purposefully stick the sticker over the logo so that they can't show off their brand affiliation, or if they want, they need to peel it off. I find this far more entertaining than it should be. You know what that is? That's good work. That's really good work. I like that. Because you're just kind of stunting someone's fun. Like getting one over them. And it's fun for you. And it's like harmless fun. Like it's not harmless. Like it's not harming them not to get their brand affiliation. Maybe they wasted a few bucks, but they were wasting that money anyway. I personally appreciate that confession. Because I think that's a hilarious thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Please excuse me for coughing every time. God damn, this shit good. Now, let me tell you about why video viewers can see this. Sorry, audio listeners. Let me tell you why I always put a dent in my can. I don't remember what I think it's edit. My boy Josh came back from Canada or the US. USA. And they played a game where you would drink out of a can, and if you hadn't edited it in some way, if you can see that little dent, if you haven't edited it, you have to scull the rest of the drink. That's why I at least put a dent in the can, and sometimes I even just turn this little lid here so that it's obvious that I've edited the can. He taught me that at my grand final, and we haven't played it since, but now I do it. Just in case one day he walks up to me and goes, edit, and I have to scull a drink. Because I don't want that. Not a confession. But that's how it is. On to another confession. I put a depilatory cream in my cheating ex-girlfriend's hair conditioning bottle. Which I think is a hair removal cream. It says, yeah, that. In my last trip to her apartment to take my things away for good, I put 30% of the Veet cream into her hair conditioner. I was thinking it was going to be a slow burn because it wasn't a lot. I was mistaken. In 3 to 4 weeks, mutual friends told me that she had cut her hair off. Up to this day, she doesn't know why it happened, and I have not told anyone. You know what that is? I wish I'd done that. I wish I'd done that because I have a desperate and undying want for my ex to be unhappy because of the stress she put me under. That's just what it is. My mum thinks I'm bitter, which is an interesting word for it. Bitter. Like, I'm not sad that I'm not with her. I'm just mad at the position she put me in. I spent a lot of money and a lot of time earning money because she didn't have a job and refused to have a job. She saw multiple therapists. She claimed to have anxiety. And I even went with her to one of the appointments. And the doctor said that she was just after attention. And that sounds like a rumor that someone would make about someone else, but I genuinely know, and she has said that the words are true, and that's what her therapist said. But she also disagreed with her therapist. So, you know, a professional versus a psychopath. Whatever you want to choose, people. I'm just, like, angry. I'm angry, like... I'm stressed about, like, I always stress about money. Always. And knowing what her therapist said, her psychologist, had said that all she was looking for was attention, and I do give her attention, I did give her attention at the time, knowing that fact, I was just pissed. I was mad. Excuse me. I was mad. It's just a shitty thing to happen. So... I sent an anonymous spring-loaded glitter bomb to my ex-colleague who made me leave my dream job and made my life a living hell. I could not admit this to anyone I know in person. Last year I left my job as a paralegal at a law firm, which I absolutely loved so much. The executives, the lawyers, and the admins, I was their favorite. One time the executive even said to me, "Your presence brings so much joy into the office." Well, all of that changed when the executive's PA was hired. She was a 30-year-old, single, rude, and desperate woman who treated me like a pet. After she passed her probation, her attitude changed. She would yell at me and dump her work on me and make me work overtime without getting paid. The last straw was during Christmas season when she made me carry a suitcase filled with over 18 wine bottles to deliver to clients. I walked around the city for 1.5 hours in pain. Despite all of this, I was always calm and friendly and never gave attitude. That's a lot of bottles of wine, dude. That's heaps. Like, it's like, it's probably like only around 10 kilograms. I don't know really how much a wine bottle usually would have. The expensive ones even. But it would be at least 10 kilograms, right? That'd be some heavy fucking shit. I left for a better opportunity 8 months ago, still on very good terms with everyone but her. I even sent them chocolates and flowers during Christmas. Last month, I decided to order a spring-loaded glitter bomb to be sent anonymously to the PA. burped again. The most beautiful part is that the office doesn't have a reception, so she would have received it directly and opened it at her desk. Despite being this immature and petty, I don't care. I'm satisfied. Dear PA, I remember how much you hated me and a messy desk. Oh, I've misread that. I remember how much you've hated a messy desk. Well, I hope you still find glitter in your keyboard and desk till this day. And perhaps next time, fix your rude attitude. Sick. That's fun. It's not really a confession if you ask me, though. You know, it's just kind of dumb. It's just kind of dumb. Just a little bit dumb. I didn't claim a scholarship when it was the only... Oh, that's so long. Basically, what happened was she moved to a small school and refused to accept... She accepted a very small scholarship and then just left it as a piece of paper and then later shredded it. This is a fucked up one. And trigger warning, rape. Damn, sucks. But this one's a dark one. This one's a straight up confession. I raped a one night stand a few years ago and I can't change this fact. He says, I think it's a he, yeah. I am evil. There's no yes, no, or other sides. I am a rapist. Oh, man. Read the story. Just. I took the condom off. They said no. I did it anyway. I want to pretend I'm a different person by trying to be better, but I know that this is unforgivable. I'm lying every day of my life, pretending that mitigating circumstances change the fact that I raped someone. I know I ruined her life. And while I hope they are happy and safe, I haven't been hurt again. I know this changes nothing about what I have done to them. When others are no longer reliant on me, I will kill myself. It is the last good thing I can do. Never ever dismiss consent. Never kill another human being or kill their trust, their love, or their sense of safety. I will die soon, quietly and without a fuss. My feelings do not matter, and I am sorry to you. T in what's it called? Yeah. And I know that sorry means nothing. Yuck. Just fucking yuck. Why did you post that, dude? Yuck, bro. You're a piece of shit. That's all I have to say about it. I actually have nothing to say about that. It's just such a fucking... You know, it's just... What? He knows. And he's living with it. He could just turn himself in. He really could. Instead of killing yourself, why don't you suffer some actual consequences? Why don't you actually do something about it? Why don't you give justice before it's forced on you? I think that's the best. Don't kill yourself, just go to prison. Go to prison. Without hurting anyone else, go to prison. Okay. I made my best friend... I made fun of my best friend when he called out that he was suicidal. Oh. This was 14 years ago. I was in high school and I have a typical friend base of mostly young teens. One of my friends was a super dork, loved StarCraft, etc. He was an amazing friend and a great person. I moved away. I ended up moving to another state, and because of this, we didn't really stay in contact. One day, though, he sent me an email. And in that email, he described how he felt. He was suicidal and asking for help. And asking that his friends talk to his parents about how he was feeling. He was feeling super suicidal. And asked that we talk to his family and help support him through what he was going through. I was 14. I called him names, made fun of him, because I thought this was just another desperate plea for attention. I laughed it off with my sister and never thought anything of it. A year later, I've learned from another friend of mine that he passed away. I grew frantic, asking another or others, how did it happen? Turns out he hung himself in his garage. His sister found him that same day. I broke down. I still feel the ultimate guilt for what happened that day. I still feel guilt. I don't know how to get past this, but I also feel like I don't deserve to get past this. It lingers with me day in and day out, and I think about him every day. I can't help but think if I wasn't such a dick, I could have helped him. I don't know what else to say. I miss him so much. He was one of my best friends, and I tossed him aside because I was trying to be edgy, like a prick. If you're out there and can see this, I'm so sorry. I'm so very fucking sorry. I'm not using throwaway because I don't know what that means. Man, sorry about this dark one, guys. It's just like hit. It's like a bop, and then just like a little duck, and then a bop straight to the viewers and audience. This one's fucked as well. Like, not a rapist, but at 14, you know not to do that. At 14, you know emotions are real. It's kind of not on, you know. And I've made jokes about this subject myself, but you know, if someone genuinely reaches out their hand to you, like I'm not saying, if someone reaches out their hand to you, like I know I've talked to other people about self-harm. Just lend an ear, at least. Doesn't matter if you're tired. Stay the fuck awake. Just lend an ear and listen to what their problems are. And just try and help out like that. Because, you know, it's very sad. Sorry. Got a little, I'm hoping that the rest aren't like this, because to be honest, I set these up way earlier, and I don't remember them. And I did that on purpose. But, because I want to be able to react. So I have a quick skim, screenshot it, pop it on my laptop. Well, that's how I did this time. On to the next one. It's moved on from confessions. That one's done. I want to talk about sex. Let's talk about sex, baby. Bad. Not good. The girl I've been seeing for 2 months decided it was a good time to finally tell me that she had herpes. As the title says, I just found out the girl I've been seeing has herpes. She got it from her ex about 3 years ago. Hasn't had a breakout in about 1.5 years. Listen. That's fucked up. We stopped using condoms about 4 weeks into. Oh, so he's been fucking her raw for a month. That's gross. 4 weeks in, and she didn't say anything about her having herpes because she was embarrassed. Completely selfish. I'm now freaking out that I've contracted it, so I'll head to the doctor on Monday for a checkup. I'm not sure how high risk I'm at, given she hasn't had a breakout. Damn, fuck that shit. Listen, I'm pretty sure you can still contract it, even if there's not a breakout. I think it's like a virus. I can't remember the word. A virus something. I just heard something outside of my window. I'm scared now. I'm massively scared now. Oh, here it is. I wrote it. I had it here because I couldn't remember what. Even if she hasn't had an outbreak, there is something called viral shedding, which poses a risk of transmission. So, absolutely, just get tested. Because you don't want to get herpes. You don't want it. You don't want it. You just don't want it. You don't want it. Listen. Herpes is fucked up. It's gross. If you get STIs, it's your obligation as an adult to go ahead and let someone else know that you've got what you've got. You're a shithead if you're straight up shithead if you pretend everything's good and it's not. I've got chlamydia that way and I hated the person for it. I roasted them hard. We're not friends anymore because of that. Okay? Get tested. Wife is done with sex. We're both 39, in good shape. For the past year, sex has dwindled to maybe once a month, if I'm lucky. I have to ask for it, even then. A few days in advance before she caves. I've tried to do everything I can to make it enjoyable for her. I've offered to go down on her first, use toys, watch porn, whatever she needs. No dice. Finally, this past weekend, she said she just doesn't like it. And doesn't want to be forced to do it. If she doesn't like it. So here I am, 2 months shy of 40, getting less sex than my grandparents. And what do I do? Firstly, I'd talk to her about your need for sex. Because your sex drive is obviously higher than hers. But if the want for her is gone, the intimacy is gone, and it's basically useless. I'd talk to her about kind of seeing a doctor and seeing if there's something causing her low sex drive. And then, you know, if I'm 40, I want to have sex. So talk to her about potentially some sort of therapy, like exploring some extra stuff, something else, like just kind of, man, it's kind of wild because if you think about it, like, imagine buying into some, like a marriage, and you're young at 40. You're basically young at 40. And imagine being told, like, no to sex forever from then on. Just no. Nope. And, like, so what do? Do you share intimacy with someone else? Or do you just one night stand her it with, like, does your wife say, go ahead and fuck some prostitutes? Because I feel like that's fairer than just no sex ever. That's basically fucking ridiculous. I don't know, man. That feels like shit to me. Masturbating to something other than sex. I developed serious feelings for someone recently. The other day when I came, I imagined a happy life with them instead of something sexual. I had a category 5 orgasm. Sick, dude. That's sweet. That's sweet as fuck. You know? That's sweet as hell. Tips for increasing my load. Edge and maybe edge for like 3 days and you'll have a good sesh. Lots of water, greens and fruits. Don't ejaculate for a little while. That's about all there is to it. You know, that's about all there is to it. I'm horny for a girl who will likely never be attracted to me. I don't know this for sure, but it's likely I'm a M15. The fuck does that mean? I don't know this for sure, but it's very likely I'm a M15. And there's this girl in my grade. Oh. He's a male of 15 years of age. I was like, what the fuck? She's extremely hot. She's got this absolutely gorgeous body. And recently I've been having dreams and fantasies about her more and more. Last night I had the most vivid dream and I've had in a very long time, and she was in it. It was incredible. I want to try and maybe get her to talk about sex and other stuff. But I have absolutely no idea how to start that conversation. She knows me pretty well and we've just kind of grown apart in recent years. I do know that she's very attracted to her boyfriend and not the type of person that I am. So is there any way to fulfill my desires and get some satisfaction? Just wait. You're 15. Whatever, man. Doesn't matter. Just wait, dude. It'll come soon enough. I also saw this other cool thing in the news. Just to finish off. It's not even sexual. But a family... Okay. Oops. This is actually super sad. Robot doctor tells patient you're dying. Family is devastated after their relative was told he didn't have long to live by a doctor appearing on a robot's video screen. 78-year-old Ernest Quintana went Sunday to Casia Permanente Medical Center Emergency Department. They were with a doctor when a nurse and a doctor would... can't read. His granddaughter was with him when a doctor and a nurse said they would be making the rounds. She said a robot arrived and that the doctor appeared on a video screen. Okay, wow. They were stunned to hear the video, by the video, that the grandpa's lungs were failing and he didn't have long to live, and he died later that week. Wild. A robot told this man he was dying and he died. Robots are going to kill us all. Listen, guys, I'm going to go get fucked up now. I have something interesting to show the video people. Give me 1 sec. That's happening. So yeah, I gotta go do that. You know, gotta put some sick clothes on. It's gonna be how it's gonna be. Alright, catch you later, peeps. I gotta say again, massive thanks to my guy Sohan. His new project, Just Grow, with capital letters and spaces in between every letter, if you want to find it. Just Grow. He did the intro and the outro music. It can be found on SoundCloud and on Facebook. My socials are R18 Plus Podcast on SoundCloud. On YouTube, it's R18 Pod. On Insta, it's R18 Podcast with a space. If you want to email me, it's r18pod@gmail.com. And on Facebook, it's R18 Plus Podcast. Wear condoms and don't lie about having STIs. Thanks, and catch you later.